We're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Warren. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right. And they'll send the slot in motion left. On 1st down, it's Warren. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now Pickett will look to pass it. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Try him with Pickett here on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down. Looking deep downfield. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Pickett now on first down. And his throw here's incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Pickett. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
Flush to his right. Pickett lost it. And it's picked up by the Eagles. There he goes left side. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Slot man moves right. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. And his throw is incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Warren. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now to this point. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4th.
He's got a man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Up the middle they go. It's Warren. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Now a handoff up the middle. Warren. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Second down. Here's Hurts. Dancing to his left. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Micah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, and we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens, things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Up the middle they go. It's Warren. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
On 2nd down, it's Warren, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. They'll try and run for it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Jalen Warren, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
This is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Let's go, D.
Play action. Here's Hurts. That's caught by Jackson. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
These 2 teams all tied after 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
51 the mark, boy, 51. Check the outs, check the out, check the out. Drag him, 60. Mike 51, Mike 51. Check tight, check tight. Check tight.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts sliding out of the pocket. An unlucky number here, a loss of 13 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
A big loss on the play brings up 4th down.
Watch tight end. 4 down. Check. 60 Maverick. Let's go.
They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. They'll keep it on the ground. Warren. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 89 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up 1st downs.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From just shy of midfield, Pickett. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Touchdown! Chase Claypool, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers have moved out in front. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
On 2nd down, it's Sermon. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They go play action with Hurts. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Tyson Alualu gets in there and drops it. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the 1st half.
Now Austin. so they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
First and 10, here's Pickett. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Javon Hargrave breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. On second down now, it's Warren. And he's got some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett, letting one go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On third down, Warren. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. The slot man in motion right. Going for it on fourth down. Here's Pickett. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson, 23 yards for the touchdown, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point now by Boswell. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Now that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for two, Just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 21.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And attempted a deep ball there, and they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. 51, Mike 52.
Here's Hurts to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play, they max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Here's Sermon. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. His 4th rushing touchdown on the year, his 5th overall. And the Eagles are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
On 2nd down, it's Warren. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 123 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got a man, complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Pickett will try to throw for this. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. On first down, Hurts. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
Martin, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Watkins. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. This one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, if you have this defense on your fantasy football team, you are loving this right now. Their second touchdown. We're only in the first half. Remember, they had the fumble return for 6 earlier, Charles, and here the INT return.
Yeah, and we're still in the first half of this game. This group, they've been awfully quick to capitalize on mistakes made by the offense. And that one they take to the house as well. Be careful with the football with them. They turn it around on you quickly.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
And now here is another interception. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. You come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Warren. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 133 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
But it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the third time in this game. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw. Because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 2nd down, back to Sanders. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
Hurts. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will cut the lead down to 3 scores at 24. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way to field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides to be thrilled with that.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Warren, and he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Warren. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
To the air on first down with Pickett. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, struggles continue. Open targets, and he keeps missing them, pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Off play action. Pickett. They'll roll him out right. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Pickett sets up play action. Looking for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
Second down. Here's Pickett. Going to throw deep for the end zone. He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Steelers have opened the lead up to 30. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit, give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because There is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
On second down, it's Snell. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Pickett to throw on first down. Going across the formation, he finds Freiermuth. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick-6 on the other side, and now they get a pick-6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick-6 from earlier in this game?
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Yeah, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion left. On 2nd and 10, Pickett. And that is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And he is going to have the Steelers first down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. 18 of them. Pickett back to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
And now here is another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They give it off here to the tight end. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Look at this, a tight end carry. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his right. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. It's a gain of 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. And one more time, that's Watkins. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Back to throw. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
It's going to be a long day. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Here we go.
throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. Down inside the 10. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Boswell for the extra point. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
Eagles 23. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. He'll look to throw. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And some room to maneuver. On the move past the 40. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Sanders has it over the middle. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Again, Sermon, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. He'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. He's got a man complete past the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Yet another touchdown in what has just been a high-scoring affair, a fun one to watch. And it's the rookie quarterback, Charles, coming through with yet another touchdown pass to pad the lead.
Did we come into this game where defense was optional? Because it certainly feels that way, right? But when you look at the scoreboard, this rookie, he has his team moving at a little bit quicker pace than his opponents. The entire offense is going to get plenty of praise, but I think these coaches have to be especially happy with what their quarterback has done.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. And my goodness, another interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this is going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Play action. Here's Hurts. And now here is another interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Eagles will take over possession here up at the 44. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Trap 60, trap 60.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
Back to throw now on first down. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. CD, this defense, I mean, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college.
He's got a man. Complete. 20, 10, 5, and he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Pittsburgh, they climb to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles